Hey gang, welcome to Pia's Beauty Review and more. I just wanted to come and show you a few things that I bought recently that I have been trying, and I wanted to let you know how I feel about them, just giving a little bit of a review. The first thing that I probably got before anything else was the new Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and I also picked up the powder. I always have kind of a challenging time, if you will, to find the right color for me because I'm not the fairest of fair, but I'm not naturally tan either. I'm just kind of that in-betweeny. So what I did go with was the number 125, and that's in the nude beige. And I actually think that that was a good color choice for me. I don't know if I really consider myself a yellow undertone or a pink undertone. I'm kind of like that in-betweeny, because if I go with a yellow undertone type of foundation, which I have before, it just makes me look yellow. So I just try to go kind of in that nude range. The powder that I picked up is in the 120, and that's actually in the classic ivory. There again, I wasn't sure because I didn't see. That's one thing that I guess that I would want to suggest to Maybelline, is if they could maybe have coordinating foundation to powder so that you would know for sure maybe what you should get. They do also have one that is translucent so that there is no pigmentation. You put it on your face and it's, whatever the color of your foundation is, that's what's going to come through. And I contemplated about that, but I really wanted to try something with the color and for the pore filling abilities. So far, I'm really liking it. It seems to last me very well all day, although I will tell you, from years and years and years of using makeup, and I know that I've touted about this in other videos, and granted, I'm not a professional, but I'm just telling you from my own personal experience that a good primer is key. I only started using a face primer like a year ago, and well, a little over a year ago now, but because I never knew that there was such a thing as a face primer, I started watching all these YouTube videos and watching all these beauty gurus and trying to find out what the best thing was for my type of skin. And part of that is I have such large pores on my nose and like right here in my cheek area. What I usually use is Benefit's the Professional, and it's quite expensive, so that's why I get a littler tube for $10. And you're going, $10 for that little thing? You don't need very much. And so I use that on my nose and my cheek area, and then I get the NYX Angel Veil. Oh, that white is really shiny. Sorry about that. And I do that around the rest of my face and down my neck, because when you have a good primer, that holds your makeup in place. Okay, the other key thing to me in good makeup lasting ability is a great setting spray. And the one, as if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I started to sell Perfectly Posh. I'm an independent consultant for Perfectly Posh, and I wanted to put their I've been set up face makeup setting spray to the test, and I love it. I have it on today. What it does is it helps to set your makeup. You've put your foundation on, you've put your powder on, and then you look at yourself and you go, ooh, I look so like maybe cakey or powdery or something after I've done all that. This will help to set everything so you don't have that look of being cakey and gunky. And this is really good. This is in a 4 fluid ounce bottle. I've shown this before. I did another video on this shortly after I first got it. I've been using it for probably at least 3 weeks or so, and I love it. This really stands up to any other setting powder or setting spray, excuse me, and probably even better than some. And I just love it. If you would like to try some of this, I'm just going to put a quick blurb in here for to buy this off of my website, go and I'll put it right here, is www.perfectlyposh.com/Pia's Poshtastic, and there you can purchase your own. I can't say enough good about that. Truly, I mean, I'm not going to get on here and tell you about a product and just hype it up, because I don't want you to go out and buy it if it's something that I don't believe in or wouldn't use or wear myself. I don't believe in that. I want you to know what I like and what I don't like. That does not mean, however, that if there's something that does not particularly work for me, it may work for you. So please keep an open mind about things. The premise of what I'm trying to say is that I want you to have the truth of how I feel. I want to give a fair and true review and not hype it up and lie to you if it's something that I don't like, because that's just not me. The next thing that I purchased was from BHCosmetics, and it was a stippling brush, a dual fiber brush, if you will, and I showed this in my last video in my Ipsy bag just because that was what I used to stipple on my my blush that I had gotten. This has been a really nice brush so far, and it was not very expensive. It was on sale. I want to say it was like $6 or $7, so I don't really think that that's too bad at all. I will say, however, that e.l.f. Eyes, Lips, Face makes awesome stippling brushes for a minuscule amount. I mean, they're just, I have this one that I was using and I normally use for my blush. I want to say it's like $3, and that's full price. I have this, that's the regular size one, and I have the small one that I have. And I use this actually, and yes, it's dirty because I use it on a daily basis. Sorry, I know I need to wash my brushes. Please bear with me. At least you know I use them. Okay. But I use this smaller one to spread out my concealer under my eyes. It's soft, and it just really applies my concealer well. I had, and I ran out and I haven't repurchased it, but the IT Cosmetics, it's called the Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. And at first I did not like it because I felt like so sticky and trying to put it on, and I was trying to use my finger. I used a stipple brush later on because I kind of set it aside, forgot about it, got out my stipple brush and tried that, and it was like, oh, it was just magical. So if you hear other makeup artists saying it depends on the tool that you use, they are correct. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a super expensive tool either, because e.l.f. has some great tools for a fraction of the cost. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to share with you is this 26 color palette. It's the neutral eyeshadows and blush, and this is what I have on my eyes today. If I can get it opened up for you. One drawback potentially is that there is no mirror in here, but for the price, girls, I could care less. I've got another mirror, so I can deal with that. So this is the neutral palette. Try not to cover up my mouth so you can hear me. I actually used, let me see. I used this color in my crease. The only thing that I can say is, for myself in particular, I like to put a lighter color on my lids, and I actually use the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. I've spoke about this in another video too. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in this box that it says it's a highlighter, I can only use it for highlighter. It says it's an eyeshadow, I can only use it for eyeshadow. The highlighter can be used as an eyeshadow on your eyes. Some of the, like the brown eyeshadows could be used for a contour. If you don't have a contour type product, that would work just as well. So again, think outside the box. Anyway, it doesn't really have a light color. This is more of a, it's hard to see it back there. This is more of a beigey color, but I wanted more of a white, and they don't really have that in here. This is a lighter pink. It's difficult to see there, my apologies. But I used this one in my crease, and then on the outer V, I used this one. Let me see here, I'm trying to see. Oh, I used this one, and then this one, and then I put a little pop of this one in. Unfortunately, there are no names on these, so I can't tell you. And then I used this particular color as my blush. So I'm going to swatch these just to kind of show you. Okay, this was my crease color. You can see that. This one was the next one that I put in the outer V. And I layered this one on top. Okay. And then I put a dash of this on the outer corner. Okay. And then I used, well, today I did not use this. This is the color I've been using for blush. I will show you what I do have on today for blush. But that is the blush color that I've been using. I think that these are, you know, really pigmented. I'm just going to swatch a few of these other colors on my fingers just to give you a look of some of the other ones. It's hard to see. Let me... There you can see. I mean, and that's just with one swatch through the pan. Let me see. There's one other color here that I wanted to show you. Let's see here. And that's really pretty as well. My lighting isn't the grooviest, but this gives you a little bit of an idea of what I'm dealing with here. It was relatively inexpensive. I want to say it was maybe $8 or $10, if that. I don't have the paperwork in front of me. It was on sale, so and I've been wanting to try it. I like the fact that it has the combination of the eyeshadows and the blush. If you watched my previous video, you already know what I am wearing for blush today. This was out of my Ipsy bag, and it's from Model Co., and it's the Peach Bellini. If this is something that you would like on your eyes, use it on your eyes. There's no makeup police. And if they are, well, you just do what makes you feel good, and don't worry about what other people think. You know, we get so caught up, and I'm preaching to the choir here. We get so caught up in worrying about what everybody else thinks instead of loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves, and just be good to yourself. Don't worry about what your neighbor is doing. Don't worry about what a coworker is doing. As long as they are not bothering or hurting you or anybody else, let them be them and you be you. And if you like wearing makeup, wear it. If you don't. It's okay. In case someone has not told you that lately, it is okay. It's okay. You know, that was something that was hard for me to get through my mind with a lot of things in my life. You know, if my dishes weren't done, it's okay. If I didn't get my living room vacuumed, you know, a certain amount of times in a month or something, it's okay. If my shoes are not all picked up out in the porch, it's okay. The world is not going to fall apart. There are some people in this world that think that everything has to be so regimented, and I pray that they would take a step back and realize it's okay. With that, I'm going to close. I pray that you have a great weekend this weekend. I pray that you are healthy, that you're happy, that you're safe. And I pray that you have peace in your life. Until we meet again, my friends, have a fantastic weekend. And I'll see if there's any other videos that I can shoot while I'm fully make-upped today. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.